Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I told you. Matter of fact, the title of this video should have been, I told you. Because now as time is ticking and the OTF trial is slowly approaching, more and more evidence and information is coming out about Lil Durk, where the feds are letting it be known that they aren't coming to play. And it's funny because all the same blogs and YouTubers that were sitting there saying, I went to the hearing, Durk is fine, or the feds don't have enough evidence, all they got is song lyrics and music videos. Well, y'all should have known better. Like I've been saying from day one, the feds don't come after you with charges unless they know they got you wholeheartedly. This is why when they do come, you either take the time they give you or y'all go straight to trial. Simple. They not here to play, but totally different from the state. And also, one thing about them, you never know what they got up their sleeve. Unfortunately, you only find out while you're at trial, and by that time, it's way too late, and you're looking at way more time than they initially offered. Now, I mention all that because we are now hearing that now with the trial slowly approaching, it done came out once again that the feds have more evidence, at least to provide confirmation of the stalking charges that Durk was hit with, as they now reveal what type of evidence they got from Lil Durk's cell phone. Now, if y'all remember, according to the feds, OTF and affiliates were basically buying a bunch of burner phones to facilitate crimes, and then they were getting rid of them afterwards. Now, I'm not sure if they got any text messages, pictures, or calls from those phones, which I'm sure they probably do, because according to them, as these guys were disposing these phones, the feds was right behind them, recovering them. And as y'all know, when it comes to these smartphones, even when you try to delete something, nothing deletes. It just deletes off your device, but it's still recoverable within the cloud. So don't even waste your time. So I'm sure that'll come up in the trial as well, some point in time. But we're just going to focus on today and what they claim to have found in Durk's personal phone. So far, we're learning that in the phone that was recovered, Durk allegedly had screenshots, not text messages, and remember that because it's important, but screenshots of an address that belonged to Lil Timm. Now with that being said, this case have just took yet another interesting turn, because this could definitely be a blow for Lil Durk and his attorneys, who also tried to get the phone suppressed after putting in a motion, but it was denied. Which means that the phone and its contents within it will be used at trial, and there's no telling what else is in that phone because, as I told y'all before, the feds aren't going to expose their whole hand like that. They play chess. So we're going to get into everything, y'all, but before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hype the video so we can get into the algorithm, and if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Hold up, y'all. There's no way you're watching this video for free right now, where you could be getting paid literally just for playing games while this video play in the background at the same time. Only difference is the increase in your bank account. Now, I'm not saying you'll get rich, but I am saying that you could easily make something while doing nothing except for sitting on the couch playing games if you download the app Free Cash. Tap or click the link I pinned in the comment section, or scan the QR code that I put right here on the screen. Also, if you use my link right now, they give you a little something to start off with just for signing up. So if you want a little Uber Eats or something to snack on and don't feel like dipping into your own wallet, play a few games so you don't have to spend your own ends. Now let's get back to the video. Now the feds have confiscated a phone belonging to Lil Durk from his home back in July of 2021. If y'all remember, suspects called themselves trying to break into Durk's home while him and India was there, and when they entered, shots were fired. Now leave it up to Durk, he claims it was India who was the one that shot at them as he passed her the firearm. However, it would make sense for him to say that because he is a prior convicted felon, and I believe he's not supposed to be around firearms, let alone shoot one. Now ironic enough, if y'all remember, DJ Academics is the one who broke that story. When he did, he says that a close source told him that it wasn't only the police that came to the scene, but the feds did as well. Now at first, everyone including us was confused because with issues like that, the feds don't get involved. The only time they do is if someone who is under their watch is involved or if that person is working with them. Then on top of that, at the time, most people felt it was the feds that were there, probably due to the fact that FBG Duck lost his life not too long before, and they came because they was watching Durk for that reason. However, it seemed like Durk was in fact under their watch, but for something totally different. And now that we know what we know, it makes sense as to when we seen the body cam footage of the aftermath when Durk was in the car with India, he looked real nervous. But while the feds were investigating the shooting and present at his house, they came across a phone that they believed was Lil Durk's that they happily took and of course went through it looking for clues of any criminal behavior. And that they found. So now here we are. According to a new release court document provided by Durk All Day on Twitter, contents in that phone contain screenshots of a man who they labeled TL's whereabouts and also TB's. According to Durk All Day on Twitter, it briefly summarized what the document claimed the phone contained as it state, quote, content of the phone. Screenshots of messages discussing TL release on bond and getting the address of his house arrest, screenshots of a poster advertising TB's concert in 2021, screenshot of a social media post from May 3rd, 2023, documenting that TB was shot in Georgia. Now for y'all that are confused of the names TL, that's Timothy Leaks, aka Lil Timm. TB is Taekwon Bowman, aka Quando Rondo. Now they claim that there's screenshots of messages, not actual text messages, but screenshots of them discussing when Lil Timm would get out on bond and try to find out the address to where he was going to be staying on house arrest after being released from jail in March of 2021. Then, when it comes to Quando Rondo, it was screenshots of a poster that showed where Quando Rondo's show was going to be, also another screenshot that documented he was shot on May 3rd of 2023, when realistically he was shot at. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this isn't a good look for Durk for the simple fact that this is a clear indication of stalking. As a lawyer, try proving that your client isn't stalking another individual, but got screenshots of when they get out of jail and trying to get the address of that home. When it's clear as day, they're both ops and there's motive behind that person that's being stalked because he unalived their close friend months prior. And same goes for Quando Rondo. Now, Durk tried to file a motion to suppress the phone in this case, but it was denied. The government responded by stating the initial seizure of the phone wasn't unlawful. According to reports, when Durk in India was interviewed about what happened, he admitted to firing a firearm trying to protect him in India. However, that gave police probable cause to think he committed reckless conduct under Georgia's law, which gave them permission to seize the phone, being that he's a prior convicted felon and he shot a firearm. Now honestly, being that the feds came, I'm sure they used that as an excuse because they was already probably trying to find something on him and use that as the perfect reason to get that phone. Once again, one of the many games that the feds play. But according to Durk All Day, based on the seizure, it'll state, quote, they argue that even if the warrant didn't cover this, the seizure was justified as the police were lawfully in the house, could see the phone, and they had good reason, his felony, gang ties, him not being cooperative, to believe it held evidence that could be destroyed. They further argue that even if there was some flaw, it doesn't taint what came later. The second Georgia warrant explicitly said police could keep a digital copy for later use, so holding on to it for years wasn't a problem, it was authorized in writing. They also argue that FBI agents who got the 2026 warrant had nothing to do with the 2021 seizure. They weren't part of that investigation, didn't make that seizure, and got their own independent warrant based on their own independent probable cause. Now on Reddit, I noticed people saying something interesting, where one user would state, quote, GBI had that info for 5 years and did nothing with it. Another user would state, quote, if they had all of this, they should have went through with the trial at the original dates, but they chose not to because they didn't believe they had enough for a conviction, in my opinion, but let's see. Then lastly, another user would state, quote, 5 years and you extracted data in 2021 that lets you know he was targeting Quando, GBI could have prevented all of this. Now he has a strong point, because if they did something to him a long time ago, then maybe Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pav would still be alive. However, here's what people don't understand about the feds. They would wait forever. They will wait for as long as it takes for them to get everything they need precisely. They're not in a rush. When they're targeting you, they're going to take their time, so when they do come, They're coming to convict you, not ask questions. They make sure they got all the evidence they need. So just because it took them forever doesn't mean a thing. If y'all remember, the YSL trial was in 2023, and they were bringing up evidence that they got from 2010 and 2011. Same goes for the evidence that they brought up in the FBG Duck trial against the O-Block members, where they claimed to have a confidential informant who was working all the way from the early 2000s, like around the drill time. So the feds take their time to strike, and they have nothing but time. They play chess, not checkers, so them rescheduling trial don't necessarily mean that they didn't have evidence. Maybe they was just trying to get more, right? So it's a plethora of things that can be possible. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out. Hold up, y'all. There's no way you're watching this video for free right now, where you could be getting paid literally just for playing games while this video play in the background at the same time. Only difference is the increase in your bank account. Now, I'm not saying you'll get rich, but I am saying that you could easily make something while doing nothing except for sitting on the couch playing games if you download the app Free Cash. Tap or click the link I pinned in the comment section, or scan the QR code that I put right here on the screen. Also, if you use my link right now, they give you a little something to start off with just for signing up. So if you want a little Uber Eats or something to snack on and don't feel like dipping into your own wallet, play a few games so you don't have to spend your own ends. Now let's get back to the video.